Hi guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. In this video, I'm going to be doing a channeled message from MAA. There are 3 groups to choose from. Group 1 is the flower agate. Group 2 is the sodalite. And group 3 is the Aventurine. So if you want to take a moment to center, focus on your breathing, and feel whichever group, maybe multiple groups or perhaps all of the groups that you're most drawn to, I'll give you a minute to make your selection and then we'll get right into it. And there are timestamps in the description box of the video for each group if you'd like to jump ahead. And up next is a close-up photo of the crystals to help you better make your selection. Hi, Group 1. You chose the flower agate. So I'm going to start with some tarot and use these as the framework for the channeling and then dive into the deeper energy surrounding that. Channeling in the first person tense using pronouns such as I, me, and you. And then I'll follow that up with some standalone message cards and close the reading out with some initials. Okay, we have the Empress, the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Emperor, Six of Wands, Temperance, King of Wands, Justice, Eight of Swords, and the Five of Swords. Stand on business. You've come too far in your journey to back down now. It is right for you to keep your standards firm and high, and to be generous enough, as is in keeping with your nature, to allow others to rise to the occasion and prove to you that they are bringing a refreshed energy to you because you have evolved past the version of yourself that would tolerate less than you deserve simply because you were lonely and in need of a warm body to keep company beside you. You have elevated and grown at such an exponential pace that the world around you is shifting accordingly in a fast and beautiful way. When you look about and you see that there is an emptiness near you, understand that in the blink of an eye there will be a banquet that has been prepared specifically in your honor, and you are more than just a guest at this occasion, and it is because of the choices that you have made to cut yourself free from a limited past that you have opened your energy, your mind, and your life up to experiencing a level of value that was simply missing before, which has earned you the respect of others who have watched quietly from the sidelines as you have weighed various options and have chosen the more difficult but rewarding route forward. You are somebody who is spoken of highly, not just in the liminal realms, but in the real world also. There are those that keep a distance from you at this time out of respect for the process that you are actively involved in, but they will not remain silent spectators for long. You are a person who is supposed to be approached as if you are regal, because you have saved yourself and have risen into an embodiment of your higher self in a way that is typically unheard of in these modern times that seek quick solutions and simply place band-aids upon oozing wounds. You instead have performed self-surgery and have mended the broken pieces of your life, your mind, and your heart. And there are many who are studying the ways in which you have done this gracefully and in an authentic way. And this has earned you your stripes in a particular arena where typically people are trying to pay their dues in different and extraordinary ways. You are someone who is very purpose driven, and from even just a glance at your energy or moments spent in your presence, it is understood beyond words that those who choose to remain by your side must prepare themselves to go through a process of similar metamorphosis, to cut out the excuses and the ways in which they have settled into a rut and monotony that might have been comfortable and afforded them certain luxuries in the here and now, but which their soul has been screaming out for quite some time is but a blink of the infinite potential that they are capable of witnessing themselves evolve into as well. You help others to feel sturdy inside of themselves during changing times. You are looked to as a leader in many ways, although you are an unsung hero to those who have chosen not to evolve beyond the limited and linear definitions of what a well-lived life could be. Trust in the higher plan that your soul has choreographed, that has inserted you into this very particular intersection of the time-space continuum. You were never meant to live a little life, and even the ways in which you found yourself ground down into dust and had to recoagulate yourself into a new you, armed with only the lessons of things that had gone wrong from yesterday, so that you were equipped to make better decisions on instinct moving forward. All of this has prepared you to move into the right sort of light, so that the essence inside of you, what you currently perceive as broken fragments, can instead glisten in the morning sunlight, and you will be recognized as the multifaceted gem that you are. The strength you hold inside rivals diamonds. There is an unshakable core inside of you that is your source of strength during times of trouble. When the world outside seems to be filled with conflicting bits of noise and misinformation, you are someone who has access to a deeper portal of truth inside of yourself that will often pull you away from the straight and narrow path. But this spiral, this descent that is actually an ascension, must be trusted in fully for you to come into a place of shedding the outdated versions of you as they come to the surface and ask that you no longer cling to them, because there are better days ahead, but it requires you to move forth with new skin. There is so much about you that is unfathomable, and yet if you listen to the quiet inside, you will know who you are truly, and in a way that cannot be argued with, no matter what outside evidence tries to suggest to you. Continue to harness the profound fire within you that lights your way along the darkest paths, and know that you are not alone, but are instead accompanied by benevolent forces that want you to trust in the love you hold inside, even when its counterpart in the material world is only but an echo or a space of absence as you sense and experience it without. There is so much for you to open your life to if only you will allow yourself to trust that this process of evolution for you, although it is a part of the nature of your incarnation perpetually moving forward, is in fact in your highest good. As the years continue to unfold, this process of give and take will feel easier to bear. You will be able to look back and understand precisely why there were certain things that were stripped from you, and other things which remain by your side, waiting for you to bend down, pick them up, and claim them as your own. You are certain of yourself, and it is this certainty that is your North Star. Allow your life to become like a compass, and trust that you will always find your way home in whatever version that is best suited for you in each particular era you are next meant to experience. So those are your messages. Let's see what else Ma Kali wants you to know right now. Okay, Okay, we have Smasana Kali. Life as you have known it will change radically, and this can be a welcome release. Kali is not quiet and subdued in the cremation grounds. She is wild and vital. Kali brings energy and aliveness to situations where there would otherwise be none. She brings an end to stagnation that has been depleting your life force. Nitya Kali. Through journeying within, you will gain energy, insight, and freedom from the constraints of what has been. Allow that which needs to end to do so. You shall realize that you are not being denied but released. There is something new on the horizon for you. Honor your losses, but keep hope in your heart for what is meant to be. Blue Tara. Chaos will give way to the higher order of love. Let there be peace in your heart. As Blue Tara looks to her right, gazing towards the future, she sees a vision of your peaceful, protected, and authentically expressive future. You have every right to feel hopeful, happy, and secure in the destiny now unfolding for you. Troma Namayo. The spiritual cleansing and protective means necessary to overcome any obstacles shall be granted to you. You can trust in what is happening in your life, especially the things that are breaking apart or arising anew. Any pain that you might be experiencing now is so much less than the pain that would have taken root if certain circumstances were allowed to continue. Mantra Shakti. Do not allow negative thought or speech to undermine your inner spiritual connection. Claim your voice and your power to express yourself from your heart. Though it may not yet be visible in your physical world, a new order is generating within the soul, and in time it shall manifest in a transformation that heals your inner world and improves your physical life circumstances too. Kundalini Shakti. Significant inner shifts are taking place. Energies are beginning to move in new ways. You may feel that resolution is hard to pin down at this time. Lean into unfamiliar territory with boldness tempered by patience. You will become capable of many things on many levels that you were not capable of accomplishing previously. You shall arise. A fresh path is signified. Kali Yantra. You have more power to evoke a positive shift in your circumstances than you realize. If anything is required for success is lacking, the Divine Mother shall provide it. You are crossing a crucial spiritual threshold. Stay focused, let distractions fall away, and continue to commit yourself to what matters most to your heart. A more beautiful experience awaits you. Gunatakri. It takes strength of spirit not to override inner knowing with social pressures or an inhuman expectation for constant performance. Trust in the shifting cycles to give yourself what you need for well-being. No being benefits when you are at odds with yourself. You have the inner power and capacity to be at peace within your being now. Anahata Kali. Your heart cannot be contained or constrained by what has taken place in your life. Your heart wisdom and empowerment is growing, and soon you shall have the wisdom and courage to accomplish something significant to your soul journey. Trust in the invisible workings of divine love in your life. Let your heart be at peace as it guides you onward. And Guri Devi. Check your boundaries and affirm your right to express and receive both kindness and respect. Embrace your softer side and your ability to stand up for yourself. You are a unique being and you do not need to conform to stereotypes. As you relax into your authentic self, the best method to accomplish what is needed shall spontaneously arise from within. So these initials can be a first, middle, or last name, or could spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. Got O, V, W, C, L, W, R, H, P, B, G, P, H, E, and U. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you'd like a personal reading, there's a link for that below. I hope to see you again in another video. Please take care and be well. Hi, Group 2. You chose the Sodalite. So I'm going to start with some tarot and use these as the framework for the channeling, and then I will dive into the deeper energy surrounding that. I'm going to be channeling in the first person tense using pronouns such as I, me, and you, and then I'll follow that up with some standalone message cards and close the reading out with some initials. Okay, we have the Two of Swords, the Sun, Death, Six of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Eight of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Cups, Six of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. You are ready for your breakthrough. Do not let doubt cause you to shrink back now. Your words hold the power to silence doubts within others, towards you and towards others that fit within the demographic that you are now the spokesperson for. It is a sacred honor and duty for you to stand at the precipice of change and speak your truth, not as a whisper or a whimper, but as a roar where even silence commands the room. You have every right to your opinion, and your side of the story is just as valid as those who were quick to undermine and judge you with sharp tongues, not having the full nature of facts at their disposal. While it may in many ways tie you to a certain way of living, the truth also shall set you free. There will be an aspect within your soul that is finally at peace because it has unburdened itself through this present version of you with a deep-seated sense of certain wrongs needing to be righted through the ways in which you can give your heartfelt expression about circumstances from your past that continue to present a dark cloud over the potential of the future as you see it at this moment in time. The clouds will lift and you will have a better perspective. Not that everything has happened for a reason, but that you are able to rearrange all these scattered pieces in such a way that disorder becomes a mosaic that helps to make sense and provides a roadmap for others that are struggling to make sense of a way through their own versions of rock bottom, just as you have done in your life up to this point in time. Never let anyone make you feel that your testimony is somehow invalid because you lack the credentials of others who had the luxury to pursue more of a conventional path towards success than life has tasked you with overall. You are an authority because you have lived certain experiences others have only studied from afar or have read certain snippets about. And when you pronounce yourself outwardly in the light of day, you will experience the hush of those who have no choice but to respect you, though from an outside perspective you may be deemed underqualified to speak with such authority on certain things. Naysayers will simply vanish like shadows in the morning sunlight, because the glow of this version of you that has survived so much and still chooses to be positive is all the proof that is necessary that miracles do happen, and they are embodied within very beautiful human beings who make it their business each and every day to seize the moment and do what they can with the world inside of themselves in order to leave a better mark and imprint on the world around them. People will rush towards you with offers left and right. Trust your instincts inside of yourself as far as which open doors you are beckoned through that you run at full speed into. Because when you make certain decisions, it opens up entirely new timelines for you. The past cannot be returned to, and those who are slow to get on the bandwagon as far as this new and improved version of you is concerned will also feel the sting of regret as they watch you sail on to better horizons, while they are left to wonder why they doubted the ability of you to transform inopportune circumstances into great fortune. You are someone who is meant to be lifted up and admired, not just from afar, but in an up-close and personal way. You are someone who is here to liberate others from a level of suffering that you have been well acquainted with. And so trust that the divine is entirely on your side as you take small steps and giant leaps forward in a different direction than you have been currently occupied with. Your work behind the scenes, both internally and the groundwork you have laid in a material sense, has created such a beautiful foundation that you will be sought after as a consultant to help others in their process of finding a way to make sense with the tools they have at their disposal in order to play the hands of card that they have been dealt or have chosen to take on to themselves in the most beneficial way. You are a person of great importance because you have created self-importance in the midst of so many circumstances that would encourage you to run, hide away, and be loyal to a disparaging outlook. There is much about you that will unfold and blossom because you are moving into better circumstances. Your internal sense of satisfaction will help you to perceive where it is a good expense of time and resources as far as the next beautification project on your life and on your soul is concerned. Trust that all you need is currently making its way towards you. Continue to align with that belief inside of yourself that you will reach your goals in the time that you are meant to. Do not be so tied to calendar time that you work yourself to the bone and fail to enjoy this part of your process. There is much to be experienced through this energy of struggle, but you are not to be working so hard that your life simply passes you by. There is so much that you will be grateful for in the years to come that will be the result of not giving up when times were tough. Though it may feel that you are pushing against gravity at this point in time, you are in fact descending the mountain, and so your perspective of the pressure that you are feeling is worthy and deserving of a different point of view and perspective, and this will make the journey forth from this point to your next resting place all the more easy and fun. Loosen up. Liveliness is your friend at this particular point in time. It is okay to invite pleasure into your reality to offset the pain that you have shouldered so nobly and quietly all this time. You deserve to feel well inside of yourself. You deserve to live a life that you are excited about. There is so much that awaits you that will make you excited every single day. It will not feel like work or a burden or a chore because you are aligning with something that brings true meaning, value, and reward to yourself and to others. You are the star of the show. You are the light in the life of many. You are an inspiration to those who are currently seeking an answer, waiting for you to step into the spotlight so that they can find you and come to the understanding that all the answers they seek are inside themselves as well. So those are your messages. Let's see what else Makali wants you to know right now. Okay, we have Matangi. She is the tantric queen of outcasts, unveiling the hidden inner power to thrive outside conventional society. If you have been denied love and respect, she brings healing and empowerment. If you have suffered rejection, abandonment, or been labeled as an unworthy in any way, she brings dignity and repair. She clears the way for a creative, joyful, and vibrant life path. Kalitri, a process of profound and enduring transformation is leading you toward a powerful rebirth, free from even the most persistent patterns or pains of your past. Your soul is in deep healing. Recovery can be painful, but you will emerge renewed and released. You are blessed to experience a new life within this lifetime. Vishvamata, although you may be in circumstances that you would prefer not to be in at this time, you are actually in a position of unrealized spiritual power. You will gain benefit from what is transpiring. When the relevant learning and personal growth have been acknowledged and integrated, these circumstances will give way to a more favorable situation. Krishnau, you can have what you need and desire, but you must be prepared to enter into the sacred fire to make the appropriate offering. Shift from focusing on what isn't working to handing over all concerns as a prayer offering to the divine. All can then be resolved and shall manifest according to loving and generous grace. Kalika Tantrika. Kali overcomes karma, realigns us with our path when we have veered off course, reverses the momentum of negativity, and detaches draining energy cords, restoring us to full vitality. It may seem like your will is being thwarted or you are not getting what you want, but the goddess knows what she is doing. Her actions will benefit you. Trust. Mantra Shakti. Do not allow negative thought or speech to undermine your inner spiritual connection. Claim your voice and your power to express yourself from your heart. Though it may not yet be visible in your physical world, a new order is generating within the soul, and in time it shall manifest in a transformation that heals your inner world and improves your physical life circumstances too. Kalahara. When hope is lost and a way forward cannot be sensed, Kali's love will find a way. If the path does not yet exist, then it shall be created. If you cannot see or feel how you can move from where you are to where you want to be, Kali's wisdom and grace will manifest at the perfect time to provide what is needed. Dakshina Kali. She appears fierce, and yet she is benign. Her oracle brings the message that a situation which may frighten or intimidate you is well within your capacity to handle. No matter how dramatic or intense a situation may appear to be at this time, it shall eventually be little more than a passing memory and not have any negative bearing upon your future. Dhumavati. Certain endings are unavoidable. They are necessary precursors to radical reinvention. Any disappointment, defeat, or loss and the negative repercussions of such experiences will not limit your future happiness, but are opening up yet unrecognized pathways for fulfillment. Your trust must be unconditional at this time, and later you shall see that everything is worked out for the absolute best. And Durga Kalika. In unusually challenging situations, the ways we have supported ourselves during more ordinary times are insufficient. We need to be open to divine inspiration, protection, and proceeding in new ways. Here is a portent of unexpected success. Even if everything appears to be going against you, the tide shall turn through divine grace. So these initials can be a first, middle, or last name, or can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. H, G, N, V, A, Y, K, R, U, O, Z, B, M, J, and P. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you would like a personal reading, there's a link for that below. I hope to see you again in another video. Please take care and be well. Hi, Group 3. You chose the Aventurine, So I'm going to start with some tarot and use these as the framework for the channeling, and then I will dive into the deeper energy surrounding that. I'm going to be channeling in the first person tense using pronouns such as I, me, and you, and then I'll follow that up with some standalone message cards and close the reading out with some initials. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Hierophant, the Chariot, Five of Wands, Page of Cups, Nine of Cups, the Empress, Two of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. All that you have hoped for and prayed for is being prepared behind the scenes. Your job at this point in time is to utilize this space of emptiness, not as something where you idly count the hours and become resentful inside of yourself because your manifestation is taking its sweet time to arrive to you materially. But this is instead an opportunity for you to harness a potent level of creativity inside of you, which has been dormant up to this point in time and requires your forceful energy in order to shake it awake so that you are able to beautify your circumstances even just a little bit, which will help to raise your vibration and incentivize what has been crawling along to you to pick up the pace and become an even more evolved version of itself so that the future can be brighter than you had anticipated. You have done an excellent job of coming to terms with certain habits and belief systems that had been limiting you from stepping into your full potential. You have used no as a powerful statement, and this has allowed you to step into the realm called yes. Everything that has not gone your way up to this point in time has been for a very specific reason. You will thank yourself for letting go of what has tried to scurry away from you, even if it took longer than most would have deemed was reasonable, given the circumstances you were faced with and the prospect of success, which you kept pushing toward, even though there was little evidence in the material world to imply that you would reach success in a timely manner. There is much to be learned from your failings of the past, but do not let these become an ingrained part of your personality. You are a survivor. You are one who is meant to thrive in this life. Never settle for mediocrity because you have come too far to water yourself down now for those who cannot handle the strength of yourself turned up at full volume. You are someone with a very intimidating aura and presence. This is something that you need to hold on to like a torch in this world of people who run around with broken egos and try and present themselves as the cat's meow. There is something inside of you that is both ancient and way ahead of its time. And so it is an unusual path that you are being called to create for yourself from this point going forward, so you are able to fit in modern times in the most efficient way possible. There are certain traditions that have helped you to reach a very particular stage of your journey. Now you must embark on the process of retrofitting these to match the version of you that you know you can be, so that you are able to utilize these root causes of your success in order to garner even better strength within in order to rise to the occasion of living a fulfilled life. There is so much about you that others are excited to explore and discover. Take down your walls even just a little bit and give people a peek inside to the wonderful human being that exists beyond your stoic shell. It's okay to feel self-conscious because you have been counted out for so long. You have been a work in progress, closed for spiritual maintenance, but now is the time to let your light shine brightly because the world needs inspiration in the form of your kindness, your gestures of affection, and your words of wisdom given freely to others, even without their needing to ask. There are people who have caught sight of you and are watching you go through a process of powerful transformation that has made them curious inside of themselves of what is possible for them, even though they may have settled into the rut of the ways in which certain years have worn them into a version of themselves. People around you are rebirthed, or they are at least activated to the greater potential inside of themselves that such things are possible. You have shaken up the status quo around you in the most brilliant way. This is part of your purpose in this lifetime. Don't whittle down your personality in the least bit. Become more loud and watch as others give themselves permission to stand up and dance alongside you, for this is not a time of lack, but a time of celebration. There is so much inside of you that is waiting to be discovered by the right people. You will encounter those who cherish you on sight because something within their ancient soul lets them know you are the person they have been wandering the world looking for all along. There is a great mystery that will make itself known to you, and you will breathe a sigh of relief because you will come to understand that you have not veered off course in the least bit. You have instead been taking a circuitous route home to a better tomorrow. Your words hold weight in a way that can help to dispel fears inside of others of being authentic and speaking their truth in a non-negotiable sort of way. It's okay for you to be just a little more stubborn than you have been. You have yielded so much up to this point in time, but now it's time for you to plant your stake firmly in the ground, to announce to others that you choose to accept this version of yourself as the best, and then allow the world to adjust in a corresponding way to receive you or to remove itself as it will. There is so much more for you to experience by way of wish fulfillment than you have allowed yourself to believe is possible. You thought at one point in time you were dreaming too big, and because those manifestations failed to arrive in a time that was in alignment with what you had decided, you have set your sights lower than they need to be. It's okay to be bold. It's okay to be greedy in what you ask the universe for next. You are not at risk of messing up anything that is meant for you. Your manifestations will arrive. You will feel that deep sense of fulfillment others have bragged about, that you have reached for, but that has been elusive to you at this point in time. The vibration inside of you is right. You are more magnetic than you realize. It will become easier to sift through what is only noise and distraction, and what are the bits of wisdom and knowledge that you can collect and build a better world for yourself overall. You are in charge of your own destiny. Fate yields to you. You have erased so much karma that has brought you forth to this particular moment in time, and there is no need for you to bow down and beg forgiveness any longer. Release yourself from this toil and labor of trying to generate compassion for versions of yourself that did the best they could with the tools that were available. It's okay to dislike certain chapters of your journey. This doesn't take away from your ability to stand in the energy of gratitude and receive a better tomorrow. You have the perfect balance of light and shadow achieved inside of you. You are beautiful when you let yourself be known in the most difficult energies, as well as when you let yourself be known in the softer side that is able to bring beauty out of places where people only sense and see nothingness. So those are your messages. Let's also see what else Makali wants you to know right now. Okay, we have Bunisvari. She is the rising sun, marking the ending of darkness and the replenishment of life force after illness or devastation. She creates a clean slate and a fresh start. She protects and preserves that which is worthy of the heart. She shines in a perpetual state of divine beauty and radiance, attracting us to the most supportive and honoring circumstances. Gunda Tangtri. It takes strength of spirit not to override inner knowing with social pressures or an inhuman expectation for constant performance. Trust in the shifting cycles to give yourself what you need for well-being. No being benefits when you are at odds with yourself. You have the inner power and capacity to be at peace within your being now. Bhadra Kali. There is not always a need to try and grapple and conquer. Sometimes the need is simply to let go. Just because another has created a certain reality for themselves and is attempting to draw you in, it does not mean that you must participate. You have the divinely granted gift of choosing where to invest your energy. Be kind to yourself. Dhumavati. Certain endings are unavoidable. They are necessary precursors to radical reinvention. Any disappointment, defeat, or loss and the negative repercussions of such experiences will not limit your future happiness, but are opening up yet unrecognized pathways for fulfillment. Your trust must be unconditional at this time, and later you shall see that everything is worked out for the absolute best. Yuga Shakti. We may yearn for circumstances to unfold according to our personal preferences, yet to trust in divine timing alleviates stress and fosters a more peaceful relationship with the universe. Even the right thing cannot attain fruition at the wrong time. A negative cycle is due to end, and a new dawn shall arise. Artha of Kali. You are forging your authentic path. In support of that, you shall attract great blessings that will benefit all beings. To live a spiritually and creatively self-directed life takes incredible strength and trust in yourself. Remember that the promise of your sacred success is being fulfilled through every challenge and every blessing. Trust in what you were born to accomplish. Kali Yantra. You have more power to evoke a positive shift in your circumstances than you realize. If anything required for success is lacking, the Divine Mother shall provide it. You are crossing a crucial spiritual threshold. Stay focused, let distractions fall away, and continue to commit yourself to what matters most, to your heart. A more beautiful experience awaits you. Samsana Kali. Life as you have known it will change radically, and this can be a welcome release. Kali is not quiet and subdued in the cremation grounds. She is wild and vital. Kali brings energy and aliveness to situations where there would otherwise be none. She brings an end to stagnation that has been depleting your life force. Blue Tara. Chaos will give way to the higher order of love. Let there be peace in your heart. As Blue Tara looks to her right, gazing towards the future, she sees a vision of your peaceful, protected, authentically expressive future. You have every right to feel hopeful, happy, and secure in the destiny now unfolding for you. And Guya Kali. It is time to realize the true nature of certain life circumstances. Be grateful for what you have learned, but see things for what they are, rather than what you wish them to be. You shall be able to recognize, process, and prosper from the truth. Do not need to fear the revelations that are unfolding. So these initials can be a first, middle, or last name, or can spell something out, whatever resonates for you. Got M, U, X, T, A, P, D, Z, Q, C, W, W, I, and R. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you'd like a personal reading, there's a link for that below. I hope to see you again in another video. Please take care and be well.